Okay, so we're looking at the second year Stats and Mechanics textbook, and we're on exercise 4E. So chapter 4 is on moments and 4E is on tilting. And we've got an exam question here, so that's quite good. So 4 marks, you can just about see there. So medium question, hopefully nothing too bad. Okay, so we've got a uniform plank, so we know that the weight is working through the centre of the plank. We're given its mass and we're given its length, and then we're told where the 2 supports are. So let's just get our own sketch of that. Oh, okay, so I've got the plank, I've got support at A and a support at B. Okay, and the whole plank is 10 meters long, and that's so from A to B is 7 meters. So the center of mass is going to be 5 meters along, so it's going to be between A and B. Okay, and it's the 100 kilogram mass, so that's 100 G force. Let's label the distances on because I'm sure I'll need those. So because it's a uniform rod, so that's how I know that that's 5 meters, and then obviously it shows me in the question that that's 7 meters. Okay, so a man of mass 80 kilograms starts to walk from one end to the other. Find the distance he can walk past B before the plank starts to tip. Okay, so obviously if it starts at A, we're assuming it's a strong plank, so it's not going to snap. So anytime he's between A and B, it's not going to tilt. Yeah, so assuming A is strong enough to support it, it's not going to tilt down whilst he's walking along it. But then once he gets past B, there's obviously a chance, so if he stood there, that this end will start to tilt downwards. Okay, so it won't happen, when he's really close to B, because the actual weight of the plank is going to be pulling this end down. But and it depending on the weights, he might be able to get all the way to the end without it tilting. But I think from how they phrase this question, we're assuming that's not going to happen. So let's just draw him somewhere past B. Okay, so it doesn't need to be to scale. And he's 80, his mass is 80 kilograms, so his weight is 80 G. So when it starts tilting, so up until the point it starts tilting, there's going to be a reaction at A and a reaction at B. And the sum of those reactions will be 180 G. How that's split up between them will vary depending on where he's stood. But at the point where it starts tilting, and obviously if it tilts, it's going to be tilting about B. So B will be the sort of pivot. This end will start to move down, and this end will start to move up. Okay? So if it's tilting about B, or the point where it's about to tilt, the reaction at A is 0. So that's really the crux of this whole chapter. Okay, so I'm going to take some moments. I just need one more distance, and that's his distance from B, which I'm going to call X. And I'm going to take moments about B, which means I don't really want the 5 meters. I want to say that that's 2 meters. Okay, could take moments about A or about the centre, but I think it seems to make the most sense. Okay, so I'm taking moments about B. So what have I got? I've only got 2 forces to worry about because the reaction at A is 0. So this force pulling down to the left of B is going to be trying to turn the plank anti-clockwise. So the anti-clockwise moment is 100 G times a distance of 2 meters. And I want to get to the point, I want to know when that equals the clockwise moment, which would be 80 G multiplied by X, and X is how far past B he's got. Okay, so basically what I'm saying is at that point it's an equilibrium. So if he goes any further along, this moment will be greater than this moment, so it will start to turn clockwise. Okay, so what have I got? Well, I might as well cancel the G's. So I've got 200 equals 80x. So x is 200 over 80. I shouldn't really use a calculator for that, but I'm gonna. So x is 2.5 meters. Does that make sense? Yeah. So the whole thing is 10 meters long. So if he gets 2.5 meters past B, he's 9.5 meters along. So he gets pretty much to the end before it starts to tilt. Yeah, and just double check the question. So that was the answer. It wasn't it's not 9.5. I don't need to know how far along the whole plank he can get. It's how far can he walk past B. So in that case, our answer would be 2.5 meters. That is the distance that we found there. So we'll just double check that. Lovely.